Hello and welcome to Podcast for Students, brought to you by Jobs for Students, a free weekly newsletter which helps you find jobs around your campus as well as internships, graduate jobs, and all the latest student news. If you haven't signed up, join 13,000 students by going to the link j4s.careers. That's j4s.careers. Our guest today is Aditi Rahegaonkar, an engineer who specializes in electric vehicles. Originally from India, she did her undergraduate at the COEP Technical University before coming to the UK to do a master's in Automotive Engineering at the University of Leeds. After that, she has now landed a competitive job at one of the world's leading companies in her field. I first came across Aditi via a series of LinkedIn posts she did to help other graduates master the job hunt. As someone who's worked in this field for 3 years, I've never came across such detailed yet concise information, and there's a lot of things that even I didn't know. I know you'll get a lot of benefit from this episode and also from her LinkedIn posts, which I'll link below. Without further ado, let's jump into this episode with Aditi. Hello, Aditi. Thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Hello, hi Manix.
Yes.
Good to see you.
Yes. So you came from India and you studied at the COEP. So what was that like? And then what made you want to come and study in the UK afterwards?
Yes, so I completed my BTech in mechanical engineering with honors in electric vehicles from COEP. And in my university, I was also part of motorsport club of a university called as Team Nemesis Racing. So it's the club where we design and manufacture all-terrain vehicles. So I was into automotive and I was into vehicles. So I wanted to advance my career in this direction. So I wanted to go for automotive engineering, and I saw University of Leeds was offering really good modules, and there were like really trending modules including electric vehicles, hybrid vehicles, which is not available in all the universities. So that was a good choice, and I also like the country UK, and the city is also good, so that's why I chose to go for University of Leeds.
Wow, wow. And what was your favorite sort of thing about Leeds University and also the city of Leeds?
Yes. So about the city, I would say the city is very student friendly because in addition to University of Leeds, there is one more university called Leeds Beckett University. So there are many students all across the city, and there are many things to do for students. So it is a really happening city, and yeah, that's why I like the city. And about the course, I really like the modules, and I like the kind of assessment techniques which we have. So we used to get at least one assignment for every course,
Wow.
and the assignments which are designed, they are designed considering the industry trends, considering that you are able to implement the things which you learn during the lectures. So they are very informative and engaging, so I like the assignments as a part of the course.
Wow. And yes, and one of the reasons how we sort of connected on LinkedIn and we're having this conversation is you had like a very long but a successful uh journey into to applying for a graduate job here, and now you want to sort of share some of that with others. So tell us, what was like your journey applying for like a graduate job in what is like a very competitive field in the UK, like?
So I started applying during October or November, I would say November. I was not very active during initial days, but I knew that this is the period, like September to November, this is the period for graduate roles, if you want to apply for graduate roles. But I was also looking for entry level jobs, not just graduate roles. So initially, I applied for graduate roles, and I would recommend everyone to start when they are in the course, because when you are doing the course, you won't have that much stress of applying for jobs, because once you apply for job and you just forget about it and you go for your assignments and the coursework, so you don't have much stress coming from job applications. Instead, if you just complete the course and keep applying for the job, so it will be like in your mind, okay, so it's been a while since I'm applying for jobs, it will be like hectic, or it might give rise to some stress conditions. But if you apply it during the course, it is much easier to get a job, to not think about it much and still put your 100% in applying the next jobs. Yeah, so that's when I started.
Yeah, that I never thought of it like that. If you apply during the course, then you like worry less because you've got so much
Yeah,
course stuff to get on with that you can kind
yeah.
of set it and forget about it. Yeah, and so you made like a lot of applications to get that successful application. So like, um, what advice? Because I know on LinkedIn you've been posting sort of like your the DT six-step process. If I can call it that. So what would be like some of them steps, and is there anything you would like recommend to others applying?
uh, yes, so I would recommend the best website or the best site to apply for job would be the job company website itself. So I would recommend subscribing to their newsletter, or like taking their career joining their career site, and uh, like signing up that job alert thing. So I used to do that. I had few of my dream companies listed down, and I signed up their career website. And so I used to get the notification whenever they post a new job. So that's when I used to apply for it. So it was not a specific period which where I when I would go to apply a job. Whenever I used to get the notification, I just used to go and apply for the job. So yeah, that's a easy step to go for. And another recommendation which I would give is, so yeah, as you said, I'm starting this job hunting series on LinkedIn. So there I'm mentioning the stepwise process, how you can follow to get a job that you want. So yeah, so I've posted first two videos right now, first two posts right now. And so it starts with making a plan, and then drafting your perfect CV and cover letter, and customizing it according to the job descriptions. And after that, it goes to finding the good site to apply for the jobs. Because one mistake which I did is I applied for many jobs which were like easy to apply. So there are many jobs which are like one quick click apply or easy apply. So you just have to upload the same CV which is there in the memory, and then it applies for many jobs. So in that way, you'll get a temporary satisfaction of applying for so many jobs. But at the end, if none of them is going ahead, it doesn't count. So that is a mistake which I did, so which I would recommend, like not others to do it. So go for the specific roles which you want to apply for. Trust only the credible websites which you know are giving results. And yeah, so that's one thing which you can do. And then I would say one more thing is like networking. You can go for job fairs, network with people over there. Or if there are some industry talks in your university, engage with the industry experts and discuss about your projects, what you're doing, get to know about what they are doing in the industry. So it's good to have this professional network, so it will help you someday to get a job. They might provide you referrals. And so that is a good way of getting a job. It is much easier than going through the entire process. And yeah, so that's the strategy which I would say in short.
Yes, that's like a good one. I like the way you said there because everyone's like, what's the point of networking? But I like the way you said there, even if it doesn't make a difference to your grad job here and now, it could be a referral in 6 months. Sometimes people like that referral money if they can recommend
Yeah.
someone's so it's good that way. And yeah, and we'll definitely link um your six posts once they have and any other I'm sure amazing content. They were like some of the most well thought out LinkedIn posts I've ever seen. And we're only I believe two in, so there's four more that we're waiting for. So no pressure. But if you were to if you were to let's say travel back in time and you were to meet a young Aditi who had just arrived in Leeds and she was about to start her masters again, what would you recommend to her on maybe one aspirational but also one practical one?
Okay. uh, so yeah, aspirational one would be, so I believe in doing mistakes and learning from mistakes. So I would rather let her do the mistakes which I did, and better learn from it. Otherwise I would not have these learnings today to share with her. Okay, that might sound like a time loop, but yeah, so I believe in learning from mistakes, because even if I say that uh, do not do this or do this, it's better to learn from your own mistakes. For example, I was told by my seniors or from someone from the university that you it is very important to customize your CV before you apply for any jobs. But initially I did not do that. Had a I had a CV, for example, for design related roles. So if the role is related to design engineer, I would use the same CV for that role. But then I realized over a time that even if the CV is same, the job description is different. So they might have different skills or different keywords, more importantly, which
Um,
might not mean the same thing. So it is very important to customize every CV, and we might just need to change few of the words. We might not even need to change the entire CV. So just by changing few words or sentences, you can make the CV which is well suited for the job description. And because of this ATS, which detects the keywords, so it is very important to check that your CV is relevant to the job description. So even if I say that, it is very difficult to implement on your own until you do that mistake and learn from it. So that's what I did. Initially I did that mistake, but I understood that it is important to customize your CV. And after that I changed and customized CV, and then it worked really well. Yeah.
wow. So like within each subfield, you had your different CVs. You were saying design, but then on top of that, even within the design subfield, you want to change the keywords, at
Yes,
least even
yes,
for the
yes.
algorithms as much as anything else. Wow. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Aditi, thank you so much for being on the podcast, and we look forward to at least your next 4 LinkedIn posts, and then any other advice I'm sure you'll share over the next coming years.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Thank you
Yeah.
so, so
Thank
much.
you so
Thank you
much.
so much. I hope you find that episode with Aditi as insightful as we did. I highly recommend you check out her LinkedIn posts for her best tips, tools, and advice to find, apply, and land a top graduate job in the UK. Also, check out our free weekly newsletter, Jobs for Students, which helps you find jobs around your campus, internships, graduate jobs, and all the latest student news. If you haven't signed up yet, join 13,000 students and graduates and go to the following link, j4s.careers. That's j4s.careers. As always, let us know who we should be interviewing next, whether that's you or another amazing graduate or student. And as always, thank you for listening.